Okay. Day 12. Still situated at Gooder Grove Hostel. Definitely taking a well-deserved full day of just chilling out. And yeah, so far so good. I got a glimpse of hiker hunger yesterday. So I had myself a half-pound Angus burger, a bag of chips. I finished another guy's burger, quarter of a burger, and his chips. And then I had a homemade Mexican taco, 2 ice creams, and 4 pieces of pizza. And I was still hungry. And I didn't feel like shit. So that's pretty cool. Also, look at all the food that I have to pack. This is quite a lot. This is called like fear packing. And just trying to make sure I have enough for the trail. And not having to resupply kind of sounds nice because I just don't want to have to resupply that often. So I guess this will work out well. All right, currently heading into Franklin, North Carolina. Check out the little town, see what they got going on. Might check out a museum or two, get some Mexican food. Then we have a pool hall, so I might go play some pool. See how that goes. Hostel, so far so good. Go a little stir crazy sitting there. And there's really only so much you can talk about with the hostel mates. So I gotta keep busy, keep active, go do something and enjoy myself. All right, see ya. All right, so I just left the Scottish Tartan Museum. If you're into like Scottish quilts, then that's the place for you. But it was all right. Just something to do to pass by some time. And yeah, we'll see what's next. All right, so I'm currently at Las Margaritas. It's a little Mexican restaurant. And I got myself some carnitas tacos. And right now I'm just enjoying some tortilla chips and salsa, which is pretty good. And a Yingling lager with a lime, which actually tastes pretty nice. So, cheers. Holy moly. I fucked myself. These tacos are so good. And I'm like past my limit. And I just want to keep shoving them in my mouth, down into my stomach. This is not a good idea. It was worth it. So, those tacos were absolutely amazing, incredible, wonderful. And I know it's so easy to say, like, oh, these tacos were the best I've ever had. Well, they were. Definitely the best I've ever had. Just fresh and good, and the pork was perfectly cooked, and oh, it's just a miracle. Anyways, welcome back to the hostel in the rain. Feels good. You can smell the trees. Always a welcoming sign. Not really sure if I'll play pool tonight or not. I might bring it up, see if other people want to join. It's really not that far of a walk, but when it comes to hiking, you know, that's your dedication, that's your life, it's where you put most of your energy. And if all this other side stuff works out, then it works out. That's just my thought process, at least. Noticing I'm a little camera shy in public while vlogging. I think that's very normal, and I hope to eventually break free of that as time passes, so we will see.
loose and steep to get to that crazy limit. It's so distressing.
All right, day 13. Just got dropped off at Rock Gap, and we're gonna be doing 15 miles today to, I think it's called Waya Shelter. I'll have to double check on that one. Stay at Gooder Grove was pretty good. Coffee was nice, and yeah, it's a beautiful day. So let's get to it. You know what? Just gonna keep on hiking. Just keep on hiking. That's all I'm gonna do. Just hike. Just keep on hiking. Keep on hiking. Well, thankfully it feels good. Because if it felt bad, then I'd be a fucking madman. So, yeah. So yesterday, sitting around the hostel, I came to this conclusion that hiking the AT is like just like a pilgrimage, you know. And because the whole point of hiking the Appalachian Trail is to literally become one with the wilderness, and you know, to find oneself. And this trail is incredibly spiritual. So I thought, like, viewing this hike as a pilgrimage makes it even more better than what it already is. And I definitely wasn't like the first person to come up with that conclusion that this is a pilgrimage. I'm sure lots of other people thought that too, but just figured I'd get it off my mind. All right, we're getting back into some of the green tunnel of the AT, which is my favorite part because it's really magical. And yes, that is road noise behind me, but only for a little bit. So listening to Indian classical music, plus the sound of the birds, plus the smell of the forest, plus walking, hiking, is incredibly healing. It's just, it's like a headspace like no other, at least for the time being. Guess we'll look at my feet. Man, hiking sure does put you in a trance. Getting a little loopy. Whoa. Yeah, it's really strange. I mean, yeah, I'll be pushing 15 miles once I get to my destination, which is gonna be average. So I guess my body's just adjusting to a 15-mile day. Hey, there we go. All right, now we're at the top of the tower. So now we got the views going on. Here we go. Man, definitely makes the hike worth it. My legs are beat, but I feel good. Okay, just made it to Waya. That's what it is, Gap Shelter. And there is the shelter right behind me. I'm gonna chill at this campsite right here, put up my tent, and I'll just like do a short video to show how my tent goes up, just because why not? It's my little home. So here we go. So I have a tent, a lightweight tent by Outdoor Vitals, and it's the Outdoor Vitals Dominion 2-person tent, and it's like the perfect one size 1-person tent. And what's nice about the poles is that it's all just one pole, and it like clips in together, as you'll see, so it makes the setup like really simple and nice. Whoops. And as you can see, the netting part of the tent actually has clips. So it just clips to the pole and makes setup really simple. I'm gonna throw on the rain fly tonight because it's gonna get a little chilly. And that helps keep in the heat. So I'll show that too. All right, there you have it. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. And yeah, with minus about the minute or so of talking that I did, this tent takes about 5 to 6 minutes to set up and you're good to go. So I totally just found a baby bird's nest hanging out in the shitter. This ain't a good place to be, but it's like tucked up there a little bit. I'll show you. Look at that. And there's more up here. All right, so day 13 has come to a close. You know, everything's actually going like really well. Just kind of like wondering like what my intention is, and I don't know what I'm trying to get at right now, but yeah, everything's going good. And I was talking to some dude earlier, you know, to put things into perspective, you know, being on trail for say 130 to 150 days, it's a pretty long time, and it's a huge commitment, and one that I fully made. So like, you know, when counting the days, I can't say it's hurting me, but I can't say it's helping. I think it's just helping me keep track. And like making these vlogs, you know, I rewatch them and it helps me to stay a little more grounded with where I'm at and the direction that I'm going. Then of course sharing this experience is pretty cool, and sharing what this forestry is like, I think, is really important. And hopefully as time progresses, sharing this sort of video will show my progress and hopefully inspire others to get out into the forest if you're able to, and to just feel good and to do what feels good and to fill your soul, just like you've heard for so long, like feeling that soul, and just to do what you love, what you're passionate about. Yeah, so tomorrow I'm gonna be doing another 15 to 16 miles into Nantahala, and yeah, I'm not really sure where I'll be sleeping at yet. I haven't really decided, but yeah, every day is just a new little challenge and brings about new people, sometimes familiar faces. A lot of leapfrogging with people happens out here, which is kind of cool, because getting that familiar face is really refreshing. And yeah, so we'll just go with that. Good night. All right, good morning. Day 14, can you believe it? I can't. Heading into Fontahala. God, sometimes I just don't know how to pronounce these places, but heading there, gonna do a little resupply, buy a few things, maybe grab some food, have some coffee, and then gonna hike an extra 2 miles to a campsite that some dude told me about. And yeah, should be about a 17-mile day, and it'll be a good one. All right, see you. The sight of moss on a dead log seriously never gets old. It never gets old. It is just always so beautiful. It's just so mind-blowing how like decay can be so beautiful as life grows on it. It's amazing. Heading up Rocky Bold right now. Get some views. So, made it up to another viewpoint. Here we go. All right, currently at NOC. Very busy day, very active place. It's really strange getting out of the forest and then hitting civilization, but it's also pretty nice too. I'll give you a bit of a glimpse of the river. Yeah. All right. Off to the trail. Another 2 miles to go. All right. Back on trail. You know, it's really weird. Passing through town, like I stopped at a general store and just got like a piece of fudge, Jolly Rancher popsicle, and a chocolate milk, which tastes all really good. And the temptations are just like there. I mean, there's like bars and restaurants, which are like always great to go to. It's just like such a weird feeling because like most of your time has adjusted to the forest and your eating habits and your schedule is all adjusted to the forest, and then you walk through a town with a bunch of other things that are actually a little overwhelming, I think personally. So, and I think it was just, there's a lot more going on at NOC than I had anticipated. When you pass through Neil's Gap, it's just like one store, and it's still like it's pretty much in the forest. But this is still pretty much in the forest too, but just a lot more busy, a lot more going on. So that was just kind of like a shock. All's well, back on the trail and heading to a campsite. See you there. All right, so currently camped out at Grassy Gap. And I did about 19 miles today, which was pretty decent. A lot more than I had anticipated. I felt pretty good though after getting into town and having like some sweets and just like sitting and chilling for a minute. That kind of boosted my mood because I was just in a weird mood most of the day today. It's still all an adjustment. And it's like, you know, I'm like detoxing still from living at home in a room with a bed and a bathroom and a kitchen all at hand. And you know, it's not like camping is like brand new to me. I get it for the most part, but like uplifting that lifestyle and completely dedicating your life to something new, it's just a really big adjustment, but a good one, really good. And yeah, currently I'm the only one at the campsite, which is kind of nice. For now, at least. We'll see. Yeah. that's where I'll leave you right now. Good morning. Day 15 on the AT. What am I going to be doing? So about 18 miles today. That's the plan. I got to check what shelter I'm going to be going to. So today will be a bit of a strenuous one. Yeah. It'll be good though. Currently just shoving my sleeping bag into the stuff sack. You'd be surprised what a down sleeping bag can fit into. There we go. Yep. Oh, shit. Pulled the wrong string. Yeah, there you have it. Whoo, am I tired. Sleeping bag in a stuff sack. So from my own personal experience on the trail, I've noticed well, I normally get up really early, so I was up at 6 today, on the trail by 8. And then it kind of plays, trail's been playing this really weird psychological game with me because you're just like, oh, I need to get up early and I need to hit the trail. And, I feel really weird when people pass me. It's like, oh, I'm not doing enough miles, or, oh, I gotta keep going or keep pushing. It's like the weirdest mind game that I guess I'm playing with myself. So it's like these little challenges that you're presented with that you have to work through, sort of just calm yourself down. So this morning was the first time in 2 weeks that I actually took time to just sit, have some coffee, eat a little bit of breakfast, and just kind of let my body wake up. So we'll see if that helps my mind and just sort of taking it a little more easy in the mornings. All right, see you later. Now this is a proper water source. So one cool thing about the forest is that you run into these microclimates. So certain sides of the mountain, how high you are, how low you are, the foliage varies. And in each section of that foliage, it maintains its own temperature to keep what is ever thriving in that section alive. And you can literally feel the temperature difference as you roll down the trail, up the trail, on the side of the trail. It's really, really cool. And obviously the visuals and change of foliage is pretty obvious too. But the temperature difference is the biggest one. And the fact that everything, that it just maintains its own climate is incredibly fascinating. I love it. It's kind of funny when you think about it. You spend so much time and energy going up a pretty decent sized mountain. You hit the top, you soak in that peak for as long as you want, as long as you feel that you need. And then, you start your descent. And just how quickly, that happens. The amount of energy you put into it, you rest a little bit, now it's right back down the mountain. And once you go down, you go right back up. That is the Appalachian Trail for you. just finished having some lunch at Stokoa Gap. Had some rice with chicken. Pretty good. I got about 8.5 more miles to my destination. This chapstick's like turning my lips white. So actually, let's see here. Cody Gap. Yeah, I think about 8 miles. We'll see how my body does. So far, so good. Gave myself a proper lunch and filled up on water. All right, see you later. All right, day 15 has come to an end. I made it to Cable Gap Shelter, and pretty full area right now. A lot of people. Hung out with a dude named Sunshine, Theo, and a girl named Melee. So that was cool. Hung around the campfire a little bit. Talked about life, whatever, just basic stuff, but pretty cool. And yeah, I'm gonna catch some Z's. Got about 5 miles to go tomorrow until I'm in Fontana. And yeah, we'll go from there. Good night.